So at the beginning, I talked to you about how important storytelling is. So I'm going to give a deeper dive into communicating during the interview and what makes the most successful interviews. The most successful interviews turn into conversations. They talk about that person and the real person in front of the real you. And the way you do that is through storytelling. Everyone can go into an interview and say, I'm excited, or I'm a great fit, I'm a leader, I'm professional, all these different things. What makes it unique is backing it up with your stories. Your stories happen to you. It's stored in almost a different part of your brain. And so when you get nervous, it's going to be hard to remember that scripted answer you had the night before. It's going to be easier going back to your experiences, your memory. So back everything up with an example. Go from theory into practice. So for example, if you say, I'm a strong leader, that's great, but that's not backing up with real tangible examples. As opposed to saying, I developed strong leadership skills by working for the past 2 years with my high school yearbooks committee. I've collaborated with a team of 10 to develop creative ideas, meet deadlines, and build community. You see how they're buying in? They're learning the real you. And they're not just saying, oh, this person's a leader, just take my word for it. It's backed up with direct experiences to help them understand you are what you say you are. So we've talked a lot about how to evaluate yourself during an interview, communicate effectively during storytelling. A lot of that helps you as the interviewer is evaluating you for the scholarship or the program. But at the end of the interview, when they say, do you have any questions for us? The answer is always yes, because you're also there to evaluate NSU and this program. So you want to make sure that you have relevant questions for them to be able to articulate, hey, this really is the good fit, or learn more about the program, which you can mention in your thank you letter, or just for yourself as you really make a decision as to why NSU and this program is a good fit. So when you're getting ready and thinking about the program and interview, write those questions down. What is it about the program? Or if you see something, you're like, well, what type of research opportunities does this provide? What other career opportunities does this provide? What are the chances are to get involved in my community? Great questions, write them down to ask that interviewer. When you're going into it, your chance to evaluate NSU in the program, as I mentioned, really thinking about specific things that are important to you, the things that you value. What does the program feel like? What's the culture like? These are all very relevant questions to pull out. And so some sample questions. What skills and experiences are you looking for in ideal candidates? What are the next steps in the application process? You could also ask the interviewer more about themselves. How long have they been with NSU? What's their role here? But really making sure that you focus some of the questions towards the program itself, the scholarship itself, and if there's ways to have real clarifying questions, like something very specific you saw in the program's expectations and curriculum, it's going to show that you really did your homework. So throughout interviews, at the end of interviews, have strong questions really prepared for them.